Alright, I tell you this much. I think we're entering the slow season. I think we're entering the kind of chill, hang out, having fun season. Which, of course, nothing wrong with that. But what I mean is, in a training context, winter, very motivational, right? Because you're up against the elements. You know, it's fucking cold, it's snowy, it's not as fun, nobody's running around with their shirt off outside, it's just, you know, pure grindage, and that's all. You know, aka winter bulk, aka winter arc, aka, you know, aka whatever. And that's, it's a pretty motivational period, right? Because it's like, all right, end of the year's coming, you know, I can kind of, you almost feel as though you're approaching this deadline, you know, make sure you got some shit happening. You know, I think that's kind of what's sort of going on then, you know. And then it swings into New Year, because obviously New Year, new me, more like New Year jacked me. Let's go freaking lift some weights. I'm actually going to do cardio this year. You know, how many people say that, and then flash forward 3 months, and the story is always time, right? I mean, way freaking back. I mean, we've all seen the cave drawings of like the bulls and the mammoth and everything else. There's a reason that there's no cave drawings of, you know, cardio bikes or anything like that, and it's not because they weren't around. It's because they didn't get used. You know, you're only going to draw shit that seems cool at the time. If that's you, you know, kind of grug style, you're not going to draw the cardio bike, you know, because nobody was doing it. You know, we're supposed to evolve over time, and now cardio-wise, we may as well be in the Stone Ages, if not worse. Because at least, you know, back then you're really running around trying to catch some shit. You know, you could just roll up to the store and you know, get a pound of ground beef at your leisure, right? But what I'm trying to get at is, you know, for the most part, even, you know, regular year-round jobs, summertime's always still a little, it's summer, right? That never dies, because we all came up in school with, you know, May, June, July. That's summertime. That's time to chill, you know. And even though we all grow up and everything else, that doesn't disappear. It's always kind of instilled in our minds, right? And what do you do as soon as summer starts, aka school's out? Man, I am done, right? You're studying, you're doing projects, you're doing whatever. Boom, out the window. You know, unless you're that one guy Max I knew. Every summer he was always doing like his own AP classes. He was like way ahead of the game. But that's a special circumstance. For the rest of us, summertime, you know, you get your bikes, just ride around, get into random ass trouble, right? But if that's the idea, and that's what we're kind of wired with, you know, now, shit, man. One day till June, or is tomorrow actually? I don't remember exactly how many months are in May, but either way, it's like shit, dude. Summertime, time to chill, time to freaking hang out, and that's the end of it, you know. And sometimes the weights get put on the back burner. Not something I want to see, right? But you know, then it kind of makes me even look at it a little more like for real, you know, because we can idealize the situation. You know, I want everybody and their mom to, you know, have a solid ass leg day in their week, and, you know, chest and back, and, you know, be able to lift potentially double their body weight on some workouts or some, you know, some movements and things like that. And then, I mean, just keep your bone density up. You know, that's one more thing. The dog that keeps running around and goes on walks and plays fetch is going to be doing much better in his later years than the one who's getting a few too many treats. You know what I'm talking about. I like that analogy a lot, though, because it's pretty self-explanatory. You know, let's be blunt. If somebody's got a fat dog, they know he shouldn't be eating so much food. He should be getting more activity. But when we look at ourselves, that ease of kind of understanding sometimes is thrown out the window.